What is up, Grand Liners? We have a lot to break down. This is so exciting that I have my mic and I am not even taking the time to plug it in. So drop a like. I shouldn't have thrown that. Drop a like if you are as excited as me, or at least appreciate my excitement. Okay, let's get into this because so many YouTube channels that cover the One Piece trading card game have already talked about the Treasure Cup. And if it's your first time hearing about the Treasure Cup, real quick, let me just describe what it is and fill in the gap that almost every other channel forgot to fill. This is just genius by Bandai. Genius, absolutely. So the Treasure Cup One Piece competition is kind of a form of regionals, right? This is a more higher competition. This is not your local event. You're actually training hard for this event. Not that you don't train for your locals, but you can play casually there. You know, it's chill, or at least most of the time it's chill. These events start February 4th all the way to February 25th. Now, this is wave one of these events. These events will be taking place all throughout 2023. So if you miss it, if it's not nearby, it's okay if you don't buy tickets and fly to the next state over, or even if you're in Europe, there's definitely events in Europe, which I am so happy to see because other trading card games, they forget about you guys, and that's messed up. Heck, we even got events in Canada, which is awesome. So this Treasure Cup will test your skills. That's what they say. But let's actually take a look at what's going on. So right now, you cannot sign up for these events, right? There's no registration link, and it will happen maybe in a week, maybe in 2 weeks, but definitely in December. What is interesting about these games, right? They are single, they are constructed. However, after you play the one of ones, right? The best of ones, you're playing best of three. This is interesting because we saw a total fail when it comes to the One Piece trading card game and best of three matches in the deck limited format. And by the way, your boy did pretty well. I got top 8 in that final. I actually got to the finals, so that was an awesome game. And man, I'm just so fascinated with One Piece trading card game, the show in general, just everything about One Piece. I actually got my girlfriend to play this game and she loves it so far. It's a little bit stressful for her, but she loves it, and I can't not wait for her to join in on more videos. But let's take a look at the prizes for this event. Top 128 get an extra event pack. What the heck is an event pack? Well, you get 2 for just showing up, and you get some Dawn sleeves. Man, these Dawn sleeves are really confusing. I don't think I want to put my Dawn sleeves, my Dawn cards inside of these sleeves, like, and leave it face up. Like, how many Dawn do I have? Like, it should just be black. It should just be black. But they got to do what they got to do. I would rather the Dawn sleeve. I don't think that's a good idea. But the rest of what Bandai is doing is amazing. So let's take a look at the event pack here. You get beautiful cards. Again, this is the only way that you can get these arts, and you could get these cards in general, and they are actually quite playable. So let's check out some of them real quickly, and I'll skip forward to the cream of the crop, why these events are so awesome. Not that it is just a competitive tournament or anything like that, but look at this Jinbei on KO. This on KO thing, I promise you guys, in a couple of months, maybe after the yellow deck comes into the format, a little bit after that, this on KO stuff is going to be amazing because on KO, it counters the god card of all One Piece cards, which is the 10 cost Kaido. So the advantage that it can gain, right? Not this card in particular, right? Place one character with a cost of 3 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. That's not that good against the 10 cost Kaido. But if this trend continues of on KO cards, I expect something amazing, which will weaken the 10 cost Kaido. Anyways, I hate that card. That card is so good. It reminds me of Dark Holes so much. We have a Bartholomew over here. You may rest this character set up to one of your film cards other than Bartholomew as active. That's a pretty neat card, right? 1000 counter, not bad. You rest it basically. You play at the same turn, and then with that you set one of your film type characters as active, so it could be a higher cost character. This is a green card, so we might be maybe attacking with our kids and then restanding them. And actually, that's probably not that good. Those kids already restand themselves. I got to think about the applications of this card, but it is a very interesting card that can also be used in the law deck. So there's definitely something going on. Kids can't be restood. That was silly because they're not film cards. I do think this card can become really, really powerful over time. And from what I know from the Digimon game, which I don't play, I just hear things. A lot of these promo cards are to be looked out for because some of them may seem pretty terrible up front or not really applicable to the game. Like shout out to my boy Jinbei, but I just don't know, guy. I just don't know. Eventually, these cards, I feel like Bandai wants us to appreciate them. They don't want to just release any cards. They want to release cards that people are going to care about. Now, obviously, the art is amazing. Oh my gosh, look at Sengoku over here. Let's see what he does. Give all of your opponent's characters -2 cost. That's beautiful. Guys, you can look the rest of these cards on your own. This is a more of a raw channel. Let's get to what we're really here to talk about here, and this is the prize cards, but not just the prize cards, the quantity of these prize cards. Now, as someone who lives with the trauma of being one game away from winning a Luffy prize card, this Luffy prize card, which, by the way, goes for about $6,800 USD for the Japanese version. Now, I believe when they came out, they were around 3K, 3.5K, and skyrocketed. However, in the USA and Europe, it's going to be a lot easier to get this card than its Asian counterpart. So investors, maybe the English one is not what you go for. Now, I know a lot about NFTs and investing in general. I love investing in stocks. I hope to live a work optional life off of investing in stocks, but that's why right here, Bandai is doing something just phenomenal. These serial numbers are important. So we're seeing 700. Obviously, 1 and 2 are going to be reserved. I believe they're going to be reserved for some sort of world championship or maybe a US championship or a European championship will get maybe 002 and then US will get 001 because you know how it is. If this is going to be a once in a lifetime coincidence, right? These cards are not guaranteed to be perfect 10s. If we get a 001 Luffy that is a perfect 10, that card is going to be a 5-figure card. If this game is successful, it will be a 6-figure card. It's a 1 of 1, and that is what is unique about this trophy card, this championship card. The serial numbers. With NFTs, sometimes even silly numbers like 420 will get you a premium. That is going to happen here. Why? Because humans are hilarious. This Luffy, the 420 Luffy, is going to be worth more than the 400 Luffy or the 419 Luffy. Luffy's with a serial under 99 and less are likely going to be worth more than Luffy's with 100 and up, besides certain exception like maybe 222, 444, 666. The other thing to think about when it comes to this Luffy card is 069, obviously. That card will probably fetch a premium, but the coincidence of those cards being 10s and maybe even black label 10s, that is going to be phenomenal. And also, a lot of humans have special associations with numbers. Some people love certain numbers. I love 24. Any combination of 2 and 4, it just stands out to me. My locker in 8th grade was 444, and I was like, this must be God talking to me. So a lot of people feel a connection to certain numbers. 333. I see that number everywhere. That's a fallacy. That's not how it works. That number's not chasing you, I promise. But that's a different TED Talk. Now the quantity of these cards, right? In the deck limited battles, these cards were extremely hard to receive. Only two of these Luffy cards were given out to 400 plus players, sometimes even reaching 500 plus players. So this Luffy card, we are now being able to see 8 of them. 8 Luffy cards will be given out. That is amazing. That is amazing. Now it is a little confusing here. There's one thing, there's actually two things that's confusing here. Over here, if you look at the prize really, really closely, it says that we're gonna get STO1-001 Monkey D. Luffy. So what does that mean about the serial number? I'm not too sure. Actually, I am sure. Never mind, scratch that. The serial number is going to be randomized, I believe. There won't be a 01 or a 02. This is just referring to the stamp that the card represents, which is the starter deck Luffy card. Same thing with Zoro. It says STL1 because it's from the STL1 deck, I presume. Let's see here real quick. Yeah, it's the STL1 Zoro card, and that's just the number in the deck that it is. Okay, not that cool. But what is cool is, of course, that there's only going to be 8 of these per tournament. Now, there in February alone, we're getting 24 Luffy cards. Plus, don't forget the other 6 Luffy cards from the deck limited battles. That is a total of 30 Luffy cards. That is pretty quick. That is pretty quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I am actually pretty shocked. I'm pretty shocked that top 8 is receiving this, because in the Asian tournaments, don't quote me here, do your own research, but I believe only 2 per tournament were passed out. What are we getting here instead? Well, sure, there's a booster box for first place, but there are special mats. One-of-a-kind mats, I presume, second place playmat, art not yet revealed, and a champion playmat. Now, we know these mats in other card games can go for hundreds of dollars. And the fact that there's only going to be one of one, this playmat, there's only going to be, I believe, a dozen or so for each event. If you add up all the events in total, there's going to be one per event, which means it could be $1,000 per playmat, depending on the art, of course. But the exclusivity of these playmats goes beyond the Luffy card. There's not going to be 700 of these playmats made, at least so far. That can always change if there's, for example, a national championship or something like that. They can include these playmats for top 16, but I doubt it because they would not make a second place playmat and a first place playmat. By the way, who wants to pay for the second place playmat? That seems kind of weird. The art better be cooler than the first place playmat. It'll probably say second place or runner up or something like that, while the champion will say champion. Obviously, the champion will gain a premium. The second place one is kind of weird. Did you guys know that people who win bronze medals, who get third place, are actually happier than people who win the silver medal because they were so close to the gold? And that's just a psychological effect. So that's something to think about. Now, where else is Bandai genius here? Well, the cards themselves. This is the hook here, right? I should have started with this, but this is the hook here. These cards are going to be going for high hundreds or low thousands and possibly high thousands of dollars. I don't think we're going to see 5-figure cards, at least until they're graded. The first ones to get graded, it's going to be a race. The first ones to get graded will go for a premium, and the people who won the deck limited battles, you guys should be getting your Luffy cards graded ASAP, and I would say selling them, depending on the mint numbers or the serial numbers on the Luffy cards. If they are less than 10, you might want to buy and hold, right? Or just hold on to it, not sell it. That will give you a huge premium. It's very different to have a Luffy that has a 009 on it than a Luffy that has an 11 or a 011. That being said, we have chances here. We're gonna, I think the other cards, they don't have serial numbers like the Luffy one, but these cards will still be going for a lot. We know the Asian ones, Asian Usopp goes for about $3,000, 3,400, 3,500. I don't think it's gonna be that high in the USA, considering that over 180 of them, what is that? 196, I believe. Or maybe my math's a little bit wrong. 192 will be released in February alone. And if they're doing this again in March or in April, if this is every single month, we're basically getting about almost 200 of these Usopp cards every single month. Now, 200 is a ridiculously small number, but people aren't going to see it as a small number. People are going to see it as a high number. What? That's over 100. That's a lot of Usopps. I would rather get that championship mat. There's only 3 per month. So that's something to consider. But again, people are going to pay a premium. For example, the manga rare cards like the Shanks or the Ace and the future ones. And there's going to be a lot more of those than a card that only has 200 of it coming out per month, or less than 200. So that's just something to think about. And my bad, I said 200. It's actually much more than 200 because there are events outside of the USA. I'm only considering the events that are near me. So we got Australia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 events. So 64 times 8, that is a number that I can't solve them. That's like 664 card plus those 4s on the side. That is almost 700 Usopps per month. Now, is there more than 700 manga rare Shanks? I'd have to do the math on that, but that's a problem for you to solve if you're trying to invest in this game. So with that being said, guys, I hope that this brings perspective. If you were trying to make money off of these cards, if you're trying to invest in these cards, well, I hope this video gave you something to think about. I hope this video, wait, I totally fudged up this video completely. It is not the Usopp card that will have 700. It'll be the Chopper card. The Usopp one will be basically cut in a fourth of that. So there will be about 200 to 300 Usopp cards. And if you caught that in the comments, call me out. Be like, you got to do better, man. These raw videos, don't make mistakes. You got to be perfect, man. You got to be perfect like this beautiful and amazing Monkey D. Luffy card that I was one game away from winning. Wow. Such a beautiful card. With that being said, guys, I will see you next time, and I will leave you with one more thought. These events are ridiculously cheap for Bandai. Of course, they have to rent out the place and all that, but printing a couple of cards, come on, right? Like, it's not an Xbox or PlayStation or anything like that. They're just printing out a couple of cards. They are very hesitant to give out product. That's what I'm noticing. A booster box isn't going to make the champion be like, oh, wow, yeah, we're playing for a box. No, they're going with the NFT approach where it's like, let's give them something really exclusive. So does it have as much tangible value, right? Tangible, meaning like how much cardboard is used. They are keeping their expenses low, but their creativity high. And I like that. I like that a lot for a game. With all that being said, guys, what are your thoughts? If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel because there's going to be hecka more, and I cannot wait for Sienna, my girlfriend, to hop on some of these videos and put you guys on. We've been practicing for these events already for locals, so guys, I hope to see you there. If you see me there, I'll be rocking this straw hat. Just come up to your boy and be like, yo, Georgie, what's up, man? Just say it just like that so I know you came from this video. All right, guys, I will be seeing you in the next one, and with that, we are tuning out. Boom shakalaka. Stay zesty.